Welcome to another episode of Trails in the Sky.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Austin.
Yeah, last time we beat up Ouroboros Enforcer number 23, Batsulan, the
Dirty moss-covered floor.
Thank you guys for your patience. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone who stuck around.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sorry
Oh my
about
God.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened, but we should be back. My computer's still moving a little slow, but it should be fine. Okay. Yeah. What happened like 10 minutes ago?
Tabitha, I see you're back among the living. In that case, I'll go ahead and usher this ooze to the world of the dead.
Okay, sorry. I really spaced for a moment there.
I'm just gonna move over here and attack this ooze with my flanking.
Dun, dun,
Ooh,
dun.
I believe that is a crit for 24
totally.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still up?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you finish? Bleh.
As Tavin and Wendica assault this thing from the front, Albrin, really used to fighting with a sword, has a sudden idea and flicks his nunchucks a couple times, trying to get the motion down, and then goes chow and just goes for a
smashes his thumb.
Hey, ow. Yeah. He basically thrusts the nunchaku forward in a whipping motion and tries to just drill it straight into the back of this ooze, sundering it from within.
Yo.
Yep. You do all of that, and combat is over.
Oh god, the music cut out. I was like, no, did I crash again?
Oh, jeez.
Debate music starts.
It plays the debate music, but when that one bwah happens, that's when you blue screen, and so you get the audio loop of just bwah.
Oh God.
Well,
Right.
that was thoroughly repulsive.
My goodness, I couldn't believe that thing's final attack while Tabitha was asleep.
I'd like to clarify, I wasn't asleep. I just really zoned out for a moment there.
It was
I've been there.
incredible.
Seems to be a common family trait.
It was out of the blue. No idea.
Because eyes start spacing apart.
See, this wouldn't have happened if you drunk all of the coffee.
Maybe you're right. I'll keep it in mind next time, but I think this deserves a thorough examination.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. He puts the handkerchief back over his nose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
still
can't
smelly.
touch anything or else I'm gonna get this everywhere. She's like covered up at this point, I imagine. In moss.
Okay. Oh goodness.
Yeah, so I guess let's just all take a gander at this room. I think it's pretty obvious
take a
that the
gander.
humans who came in here before were those oozes, but we might as well
Yeah.
look around to see if, I don't know,
Maybe they left-
just in case we're wrong or there's someone.
Okay, give me some perception checkaroonies.
Yeah, I shall.
Maybe they left money behind. You know? You never know.
I shall perceive.
Maybe Batsulan. How sad. Perception.
It's on the right.
Oh yeah, I
bind,
guess
so-
we should deliver the bad news to that guy, huh?
I suppose it can wait. He'll probably be preaching come sundown over in his usual spot. One of his anti-everything that isn't human tirades.
Yes.
We can check what's going on in the Bay car block before we deliver the unfortunate news.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yes.
there
All
anything
right.
like some random towels around here or something she can wash off with?
It's all kind of gross. There's like
Ugh.
bed sheets, but they're covered in mold,
Yeah.
slime still. There's nothing really. No.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to
Nothing.
contaminate the population.
I maybe don't.
So yeah, as you guys are looking around, you don't really find anything of note. There's no loot per se, or equipment or anything that you can use in your
Sure.
adventures. But Tavin, since you're all the highest, we'll say you find this. You look under one of the beds and you find a collection of notes.
Ooh.
Here we are.
That's
Just as good as anything else. This ooze's handwriting was abhorrent. Let's see here. What does it say?
You see a few notes. Whoever is addressing who, they don't use their real names, but you know that some of these notes are written by someone named M, as in the letter M. You find out whoever.
Matala? Hello?
This person named M
Hello.
and the.
Sorry, I disconnected for a moment. My internet
Oh,
decided to
scary.
mute that.
Oh,
Jesus. I'm fine now. It should be fine.
Okay.
Did we lose the stream or just audio for
No,
a
no, no.
second?
It was just audio.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. The handwritten notes are between. You can assume one of these acolytes and someone named M. Based on how they're communicating in the language they use, you can tell that they were brother and sister. The final note from someone named M mentions that they are a porter working at some sort of caravan house, and something curious has come in on the most recent shipment. And that is
Well, that
all the
sounds
information you
dope.
get.
That sounds deliciously suspicious.
What do I roll to connect all of the dots in my head that M is the first person who died, and that the thing that was shipped is obviously the red asp?
Yeah. I mean, probably.
Like, is there anything that I should roll to try to connect those dots?
To do any sort of connecting a clue A to clue B, give me a society check.
Wait, you're serious?
Let me double check that.
My knowledge of society dictates that.
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right,
19. You're able to tell that M is probably this Matalda person that you spoke
Matalda?
to. The lady who died, that Numu.
the
talked
first
to you
one
guys
who
Right,
about.
turned
right.
into an ooze.
That's what I suggested, but I had blipped out of existence for a moment again.
This talk about
Wow.
how they worked at a caravan house sort of matches up with what Numu said about them being a laborer, too. So that's an
Mhm.
easy enough assumption to make.
Is there any indication of what Batsulan's boys were using this place for? Like, are there prayer mats, or they leave any paraphernalia behind that, like, suggest they were doing anything particular here? Was this just where they were,
Nope,
like,
you don't-
sleeping?
This is, from what you can tell, this is just where they were staying. Whether they stayed here all the time or this was temporary while they were sick, it's hard to tell. Especially since everything is slimy and mossy and disgusting now.
Yeah, I actually forgot that these guys were sick. Did Batsulan say what they were sick with or when they got sick?
He wasn't sure. He said that they were sick within the past couple days and they were held up in here for now until they could find out what to do with them.
Well, we should mark
That's why it
this
was
place
locked
off
from the
as a
inside.
do not enter.
That seems a bit
Yes.
suspicious, right? That he just knew he had sick people here and it was locked from the inside?
Well,
You know, that's fair.
the ceiling hole probably wasn't large enough to fit a whole body through, so I think it's fair to assume that the 6 people locked themselves inside.
That's what I mean. So
If they knew they were ill, it's a reasonable precaution to take to stop any Tom, Dick, or Harry from wandering in here off the street and potentially getting infected.
right, but why
Yeah.
not go to the medical camp just to the north? And why not call for help to have what was their name? Nulu?
Numu.
Well,
Numu.
they are racists.
That's true.
Was Numu not human?
Numu is an elf.
Numu is an elf.
Okay, yeah,
Hmm.
right.
That seems a bit. It might be worth mentioning to Numu to see if they were aware that there were people in here. That were
Might also
sick.
be worth mentioning to Batsulan just before we.
Yes.
Just before you upbraid him for his inconsiderate ways.
I was having sinful thoughts again. My apologies. Perhaps we should check with this Bakar block. Apparently our prime suspect is just hanging around there, being a bit of a grouch.
Yes.
And was it not also the place that this street brawl occurred?
Indeed.
Let's see here. No, Matala's things wouldn't have been here. It's just that a note from Matala was present.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
To
Yeah, they were
presumably one of
communicating.
these cultists
Yeah.
or whatever they are,
Acolyte.
who happened to be the brother of Matala.
Correct.
For
Yeah, you can tell because they would, this in-person would address them as brother. So it's easy. It's pretty obvious.
For who Tavin is, you're sure throwing around the word cultist very lightly.
Well, yeah.
I Austin am calling them cultists.
I-
Tavin refers to them as racists.
Taven's like, that's our word.
Yeah.
Can't say the C word.
All right. Well, let's... Boy, I think it'd be wise to actually lock this up again, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, most definitely. In fact, yeah. You know what? Albrin will let everyone else exit, and then he will latch the door again, and probably also push one of the beds up against it for good measure, and then do a little flipsy doodle pole vault up to grab at the ceiling hole and try to get back out that way.
Turn the metal part on the magical pole into another pole. And just power pull your way up.
I don't know if it works like that.
Gosh, well, at least we can safely assume that Crimson Asp is indeed something that was delivered here recently. Oh boy.
It's probably some sort of cursed artifact or something like that.
Yeah?
Indeed. That makes me think. Can I, with this knowledge, or at least guesstimation, can I roll an Arcana check instead for a magical item that would be associated with Crimson Asp?
Sure.
All right.
21. Out of all of your magic learnings and all of your magic teachings, nothing comes to mind.
Unfortunately, I'm drawing a bit of a blank.
Well, I'm sure there's at least 3 books in the world you haven't read yet.
Oh, that'd be unfortunate.
Where are they?
I'm looking. All right. Well, all the same, I think we did a marvelous job here, but we should definitely go speak with that individual about the ooze creation.
Yes.
Tavin says a short prayer of thanks, and yes, all right. I think we should probably be off.
If
Yeah,
by
sounds
chance he
good.
is involved, we don't want to give him time to flee as his misdeeds begin to come to light.
Of course, but we shouldn't just assume he is guilty because
Yes.
there might be more going on here. Kicks down door. Listen up, asshole.
You're grounded!
You're going to
Okay.
jail, maybe.
That said, you should probably case whatever the building is, just in case there's a back exit that one of us could stand guard over.
But we should get the lay of the land just in
Yes.
general first when we get to the Bakar block. This is just Aram speaking.
Yeah.
Yep, you get to the... You know what? I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Oops, it's actually...
Baker?
Oh, no, they said it wrong. Ooh. It's the Beckyar block, but they... Paizo,
Oh,
or whoever made
they
this,
wrote
put...
it wrong.
Oh! Where the hell is
Whatever
this
you
block?
want.
We've
Oops,
been
it
walking for hours.
I was like, wait, is this one? This is one that came on the map. This isn't one I added, so I cannot
That's
change
very
it.
funny.
Just call it Baker. That's easier to say anyway than Beckyar block.
Looks at Paizo. Come on, guys.
They're too busy fighting racism to spell, so
They keep creating campaigns with it.
they sure do. Okay, you guys make your way to the Baker block. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That happens.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And yeah, give me what's your plan once you get here? Are you just gonna try to find them? Or are you gonna talk to people? What's the deal?
Yeah, I think we should probably see if we can find anybody who knows him or something like that.
Well, if we're all staying in this general area, I'm not too worried about one of us getting jumped. So I think while someone diplomatic can gather information maybe about him and or that fight that happened here recently. And like before, Albrin can go and find where this guy works out of and just generally case the place and see what the situation is with entrances and exits. Is anything going on? Does it look like he's home?
Yeah, also, what kind of place is this? Is this like residential, commercial, industrial?
Give me, Tavin, give me a society check to see what's up with the Bakar block.
You mean
Okay, 15.
backyard?
That's decent-ish enough. So
With your 15, you know that it's actually pronounced backyard.
darn. It's the Kiwi dialect. It's tricky. I'm not very, I don't speak it very well.
It's a hard one to master.
So the 15, as you guys are kind of going around and figuring things out, you find out that the largest the largest concentration of Bekyar humans live in this part of the city. This is sort of where they all hang out. It used to be the city's slave market, but within the past few years that has been outlawed, so now it is not. But sometimes, sketchy things might still happen in this area.
All right.
Well, I don't like this place.
No, it's not great.
I suspect this
Well,
place
not
does not
especially.
like us.
That is a reasonable assumption.
Now, not all criminals are racists and vice versa.
Elves, get them! No.
But I mean, we
you
also
go around.
look
ahead.
like esteemed, established, extinguished people.
Yes,
Extinguished.
yes, Albrin, Albrin and Tabitha, you unfortunately look like you have money.
Yes.
How
I
very
mean-
Wait, you mean
unfortunate.
I don't look like I have money?
Oh boy.
Dear sister, no one looks like they have as much money as me. But
That's true.
it's not a matter of appearances. I do have money. Looks around.
Yeah.
But
He
This
said,
people is kind of about doing
Taven's
their
like,
own
he
thing.
said loudly in a poor
Some-
district in town.
Some people have noticed you, but they're all kind of just doing their own thing. You obviously stand out. They're all in, very earthy toned color outfits, just doing various things. Some people are working, some are chatting, But yeah, you guys stand out. So some people do take notice.
We should stick together regardless.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be wise, or at least in pairs. We're close enough together that it shouldn't be too big of a problem. But all the same.
well, why don't we
Allie,
find?
Brother, if we must split into pairs, I'm afraid our weaker siblings are going to need one of us.
what?
I know.
How?
Our
I
partner-
threw a boulder.
Yes,
But
but
can
if
you
you
take a hit?
if you conjured it with magic, does it really count?
Oh, can you?
I
No.
mean, I can't conjure a boulder with magic,
Oh,
but I could throw a real one.
Oh, real boulder, huh? You just throw a whole ass boulder?
Are you doubting our prowess?
Thank you for keeping us in mind, sweet sister.
Thank you. You're so cute. She
No, I
pinches
propose
Tavin.
we find this fellow's establishment, and whilst I take a look around, one or more of you can chat with the locals and see if we can find out anything about this man or the street brawl that broke out recently.
Yes, I think that's a marvelous idea. All right. Well, let's get cracking.
All right.
Okay, so who's going to do what first?
I'll just go ahead and do my roll because I think it'll be shorter. So
what
just
are you
I
trying
would
to
just
do?
like to, when we find this guy's, sorry, does he have a shop here or is this just where he lives?
This is like a whole neighborhood. There's like lots of stuff going on, so you'd have to like either just stumble across him or ask around to get directions.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought we had been given like an address when we talked to the guy at the consulate.
No, he just said these are the
I see. Okay, well in
this-
that case,
this area.
let's start with the people
Like this
asking
neighborhood.
people for information.
Sure. What's the name of the guy that we're looking for again?
His name is Grishuk.
Risha.
I would have. I don't remember if the Nexian envoy told you, but we'll assume he did.
I think I remember that name. Yeah.
That sounds
That sounds
familiar,
right.
Yeah. Tabitha is going to approach someone. Excuse me, could I borrow you for a moment?
Hey,
Hi. We're a little new in town, and I'm actually...
I can tell. He eyes you up and down.
Yes, indeed. See, I'm actually from the academy, and it's been brought to my attention that there's an individual named Grishik who has many talents and expertise, and I was curious to kind of pick his brain about it. Do you know where I might be able to bump into him?
You're looking for Grishik. Is that who you're looking for?
Yes.
If you know what's good for you, stay away from him.
Oh.
He's whittling something with his knife, and he points the knife at you.
Oh dear.
That creature is a monster.
Creature, monster? To my understanding, he was just a half-orc.
Full-on orc, but same difference. Bad things happen when you're around that guy, so I advise you, give him some space.
Well, in all the same then, thank you for the warning, but I have no idea what he looks like, or even where he lives, so if you could maybe inform me where to avoid, so I'm careful.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Tabitha is good at these, hopefully. When she doesn't roll,
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Thank goodness.
Big green orc guy. Big tusks. You can't mess him. There's not a lot of orcs around these parts. He's over that way down the street. I think it's the third on your right, and then take a left down the alleyway. He's usually seen at the Shrine of Grandmother Grace these days.
Ooh, an alleyway, you say? Sounds mighty sketchy.
Yes, indeed. I can totally see why you suggested to avoid it. I keep that in mind. Also, I also heard that there was a kerfuffle here recently, a big fight. Any idea what that was about?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Some debate nonsense, typical Keyboy stuff.
Oh, a debate. It escalated, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Usually
No, they were thinking about having one, and so they fought at first to see if things would escalate to the debate.
That's very funny.
What was the debate topic, might I ask?
That's the best part, don't you know? It was, I believe, which is better, walnuts or pecans?
I really hope that's in the module.
I think that's unlikely, but I want to believe.
You know what? If I will forgive Beckyar over here if they get it. Well, I really thought it'd be something more grandiose.
No. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. When people are drunk, they do strange things.
Duly noted.
Is that a normal occurrence here?
In this part of town, yeah. This is the part of town you don't normally want to find yourselves being in, especially if you've got a lot of coin on you.
Albrin says nothing but winks at the man.
Aye, so be careful. He points his knife at all of you like, be careful. Scary.
I don't like that. Well, is there anything else?
I can punch him into next week.
The knife pointing is an entirely friendly gesture, sister. He returns the knife point with a rapier point and like a respect nod.
Hey, he tips the point of your rapier with the point of his knife. Hey.
Ting ting ting. All right. Good time with
all
head
right, y'all stop wasting my time and beyond with you.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. He says very intimidatingly and goes back to what he was doing.
Wonderful man.
I don't like the idea of just pointing weapons at one another. That seems so aggressive.
Oh, that's the point.
Well, that's...
Yes, I get it.
Yes,
Use 10 experience points.
Very clever.
I deserve it.
We never play with that.
God, imagine keeping track of experience. Shoot me.
It's a little bit easier.
Cavemen?
It's a little bit easier in this system. I looked it over. I considered it, and I was like, nah. It's not needed, but it is much easier than it used to be.
Yeah.
Is it still counting numbers that go higher than 1,000?
It takes a while to get to 1,000, but
Then it is not easier.
it is easier to me, I guess. What do I have here? Actually,
It's still easier than like 2nd edition D&D, where it's like, oh, to get to level 2, you need 1,000 experience. To get from level like 17 to 18, you need 3.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so to give you guys an idea of how much experience you have been getting, each encounter gives you between like 30 and 60 XP, and you're level 5. So like, I think all the numbers have been scrunched down a bit. It's not like a.
That's
billion.
probably for the best.
That's definitely for
They
the
could have
best.
easily hacked off a 0 or 2 in previous versions and had it be exactly the same. Okay, so I think we're gonna go to the shrine that we were directed to.
Yep, it's easy enough to find. You get to this alleyway, and sure enough, you see a shrine of some woman, this grandmother Grace, and bowed before it, you see
A man with a portrait.
man with a portrait. You do see a large green orc man. This must be him. He's the only one you've seen so far. And he's knelt before the statue. The statue has like water coming out of it. He takes some of the water from the pool where it all collects, and he sort of, with his hands, he sort of lets it drip into the sand. And he does this several times. He doesn't address you immediately.
Religion check.
Religion check.
Yeah, to know what the hell this religion even is.
Ooh.
Flow rolls for us today.
You don't know the ins and outs, but looking at the statue, this statue looks an awful lot like the goddess Sarenrae, which is a very popular one. As far as the intricacies of this ritual he's doing, you are not sure, but Albrin knows.
I lied before. I forgot religion is actually the only one I have. I thought I should take it since I'm an ASMR.
Yep. So yeah, you all are able to figure this out soon enough, but Albrin knows instantly. So yep, this is what you can tell a local interpretation of Sarenrae, with a particular focus on her redemptive aspects. The way she's posed sort of speaks that to you. The water into the sand is a folk custom used by some Wangi shamans in the area.
I think, oh man, there's no reason at all to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because it feels right for the character. He puts 2 and 2 together. Sarenrae worshipper. Okay, probably not a bad guy. Could be gullible though. And glances upward at his halo and is gonna just kind of slowly approach this man quietly, arms folded together, looking as unassuming as he can look, wearing the outfit he's wearing, and put on a completely different demeanor here. Your ministrations, my son.
He is startled. He didn't notice you. He was very deep in his ritual. He sort of jumps a bit, and he turns at you. He looks you up and down and notices your halo. Who are you?
My name is Albrin. I'm an envoy from a distant land.
Oh man, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I want to make absolute clear that wasn't me, and I'm not gonna investigate further to find out who it was.
Oh, it was 100% me. I just can't believe my mic picked it.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I tooted.
Oh, you did? I didn't even hear that.
I
thought
thought that was a
I thought that's
messing
what
up.
you were reacting to, Kiane.
No.
Give me a deception check for you
No, I
immediately
thought-
ruining your gravitas by
No, I thought like Albrin was like snirking at like his clear lie. So I was like, I didn't even hear a fart.
Yeah, I believe in your god or whatever.
I
Chair
need a
squeak.
hot minute.
All right, here's
Let's
my
all take a break.
Man, you just lined through that shit.
God.
Okay. He stands up. He stands fully upright. This guy is fucking tall. He's like 7 feet tall. He's muscular.
Oh, Jesus.
Not wearing a shirt, so you can see all of that rippling orc muscle.
Mhm.
He looks you up and down. And what do you want with me?
Well, it seems that you have unjustly been given a reputation around this city. Yet such things do not concern me. I can tell where your heart lies. I can feel your righteousness, and it resounds with my own. And so, I wished to offer my
Taven's eye
gratitude.
rolls.
I wish to I wish to offer my gratitude that you continue to persist in your devotion in spite of the sneers and jeers of an ignorant populace here.
The sneers and jeers of this population are correct. I have been cursed by the gods themselves, and now anyone who comes into contact with me turns into some sort of awful creature. I am being punished, and justly so.
I see. What sin did you commit that you feel you have earned such a cruelly exotic punishment?
Well, you know what part of town you're in. I used to be a slaver by trade.
Ah.
A heavy burden to chain down one's soul with, indeed. Yet, I infer that you left such a life willingly and devoted yourself to Serenray's service instead.
I pray to her because I do not know who else. Now I just try to live honestly as best I can until this curse has been lifted.
Tabitha looks at Tavin. Oh no.
Well, I will not sit here and pretend that your burden is any greater than those you enslaved. However, if you are looking for some manner of redemption, reaches in and pulls out a pamphlet.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Wendica's gonna take Taven's hand and be like, no.
Oh no, it's quite fine.
No.
He takes it, he sort of eyes it up and down. I will keep this in mind. He puts the pamphlet away. Now, what is it you all want?
I only wish for the safety of your eternal soul. However, in terms of things you could assist us with, perhaps we have heard that you create oozes.
Well, not willingly, it would seem.
Indeed.
When did this curse take hold precisely?
He thinks about it. Started about 3 days ago.
Oh, is that right? Well, by chance, seeing as your previous profession was a slaver, I'd assume you were working in the shipping area, yes?
I have not slaved in years. Now I just do manual labor around this neighborhood.
Good, honest work.
He nods. Yes, that is, I believe, all I can do to make things right.
Of course. Out of curiosity, are you familiar with someone named Matala?
Yes, I am quite familiar with her. I saw her 3 days ago and have not heard from her since. She wasn't feeling well, so I sent her to the healer Nubu, and I can only assume the worst.
Yes, she is dead.
Unfortunate. She was a good one.
Of course.
Are there any other humans that you've made physical contact with of late, within those past 3 days?
Yes, quite a few.
Oh,
and
good.
They have all befallen the same fate, or if they haven't, I'm sure it's only a matter of time.
I see. Why has the city not killed you yet?
Wow, we're just going for it, huh?
He makes a valid point.
That was pretty blunt.
Ooh.
Wow. impressed.
I don't believe it's quite public knowledge that I am the one doing this.
But the city is full. The city has a racist who speaks ill upon any non-human in the city, stating that we are the cause of some horrible of these horrible incidents.
I am aware of him and his ilk. They do
Alright.
not come around here very often, and I don't plan on getting in their way.
All right, bud. So here's what we need to do.
Oh, boy.
You need to not be in the city until we can figure this out.
That
like,
is
you know, just
that is
wait
not a bad
outside
idea.
the walls for a little while. Don't touch anybody.
Out of curiosity, did you encounter a man? He worked in the market. Was it Long Laugh?
Long laugh.
Laughs long, I believe.
Laugh Long.
I have heard of him, but I have not encountered him in months.
Okay.
Indeed, and if he deliberately avoids contact with Batsulan's flock, it's improbable that his curse would have been the source of their transformation.
Indeed.
I think this is a little more complex than that. However, it's very likely that your condition is related to the troubles befalling this town. If only in shared source.
What else leads you to believe that you've been cursed, aside from the obvious? Was there any inciting incident? The moment you became cursed, does that stand out to you in any significant way?
Let's see. He thinks. See, he sort of starts kind of running it through his head again. Just 3 days ago, I met Matala. Hadn't seen her in a while. She became ill. I told her to go to Numu, and I assume that is where she met her end. What do you know? What happened to her?
She turned into an ooze and was put down by Numu and her assistants. We ran
Everyone
into a
who-
similar incident with this Laflin fellow yesterday, and several sick people belonging to Batsulan's flock earlier this afternoon.
Yes.
Everyone who comes into contact with me is truly doomed.
All
I
humans,
feel-
anyway.
He looks at you. Has no one else turned?
No, it appears that it only afflicts human beings.
Well, we haven't tried any half humans.
I mean, maybe let's not.
Probably best
Oh
we
no,
don't
no, no!
try.
I'm not saying we should.
But
But we
Tabitha,
haven't
I thought
seen it.
you'd be the first proponent of the scientific method.
Doesn't seem a very kind or merciful experiment to partake
No,
in.
indeed.
it feels like something that, if it happens, let's learn from there. But let's not go looking for it.
Indeed.
So, given what we already know about Matala, I think the most pressing question is, when you met with her several days ago, what had she been up to? Was she already ill? Did she perhaps tell you of her business of the past few days? Any recently acquired trade goods?
Maybe snake
We
shake.
met, we talked. She seemed fine at first. Said she'd been working for, I think, someone named Kalibi. And
Kalibi.
before too much else happened, she became very ill. She was vomiting and it was awful.
Do you know
So-
anything else of this Kalibi?
I do not. She hadn't brought it up before. And it's not
Okay.
a name that I recognize.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but when you met her, did you touch her?
I did.
Hmm.
Or He tries to remember. She touched me, or we touched each other. I
Contact
don't see what
was
difference it
made.
makes.
Contact was made. I'm gonna do something really quick. I'm just gonna do a little detect magic. Is any magic coming from him?
Let's see. Sound pulse registers presence of magic. You see no magic there.
There's a magical. It's getting stronger.
It's a tornado! Oh, I can also summon tornadoes. What?
Yeah.
That's the other way I know I'm cursed. Every time I say the word green.
Let me see. There might be, but there might not be. Let me check it. It's a fickle. It might be something. Let me
Yeah,
check.
yeah. I just want to see if, like, by chance there is an actual magical aura coming from him, or if he's, like, holding something.
There is some kind of magic on him. You cannot tell any more than that, though.
Okay. I apologize for being nosy, but seeing as I'm part of the Academy, I think it's important to try and deduce any and all means this could be connected in whatever format. Are you carrying any magical items, perchance?
He shakes his head. No, just the tools I use for work.
Interesting.
Could we examine them?
Like this tool that's every tool in one and is super cursed, and the city only gives it to people they hate and want to turn it into.
Yeah, he pulls out his tools for you to examine.
Okay.
Getting any pings?
Nope, they are just tools.
Alright, thank you.
Pretty basic stuff. Kind of worn down. You can tell he's been working a lot, but
If I burn a higher level spell slot. Oh, actually, am I able to use my identify magic? Hold on.
What is that?
I believe that only works on magic items. You have to see.
In identify magic, you only
So it depends on what identify magic does.
properties of an item, ongoing effect, or location. Would this be an ongoing effect with him? Because
Oh yeah. If it's still on him, it's definitely ongoing. Give me let me check something real quick. Where are you? There you are.
Give me an Arcana checka.
So from what you've learned so far from Numu said it was a curse. Whether that's true or not is remain to be seen.
yeah.
She said it with some confidence though, so what that means to you is, to you. So going under that assumption, give me an Arcana check.
You got it. Hey.
27. So yeah, definitely a curse. You're getting some cursey vibes. Now that you kind of know what to look for, it's a little more obvious. This guy is super cursed.
Oh dear.
The ins and outs of the curse, it's not a curse you recognize. So it's either a new curse or one you just don't know about.
Hey,
Did
Tabby,
you hear about all the new curses that are coming out this
New
season?
hit curses coming to AMC Theater.
it's the two of you are magic, right?
Yes.
You can dispel a curse, right?
I unfortunately do not have that sort of skill.
I do nothing. The author of our trials does.
Does your god dispel curses then?
The god can dispel curses, but I have never acted as a conduit through which they do so.
Okay.
It sounds, though, as though, in this particular case, my friend, you can rest your conscience a little. It's far more likely that this curse upon you is the result of foul magic that has recently arrived in this place, rather than a divine retribution for your past misdeeds.
Oh,
Yeah, I sort of give like a half and half and like a hand. Sometimes divine retribution comes through the form of other things.
Yes, but Does your god, or any other for that matter, have such sloppy aim that to punish this man, they would turn half a dozen other people into oozes?
There is only one god, and yes.
Well, sounds like you need to get yourself a more precise god.
Ooh, before that.
I shouldn't say imprecise aim. Everything happens as they intend.
Well,
Perhaps in his own way, he is acting as a conduit through which to punish the others.
Only humans? Okay, yep, I won't touch the possibility of a racist god. Hey, listen, so, real quick, by chance when you talked to Matala, did she mention anything called a crimson asp? Bless you.
Sorry.
Crimson Asp. It is not something I do not recognize it. No, I am sorry.
No, that's totally fine. Oh boy.
oh, it sounds like we should report what we know and then go look in on this
Figure out who
Matala's
this-
doings more directly.
We should figure out who this Kalibi is.
Yes.
I don't recognize that name from her notes.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, I mean, you don't talk to your brother about your boss.
Yeah, I suppose not.
Oh, real quick also, did Matala live in this district, and if so, where?
He thinks about it for a second. I'm not actually sure where she lived. We only met out in the open. We weren't that close.
But you met a number of times.
We did, through work.
Work associates. All right. Well, I have no further questions. The only thing I would recommend is that you maybe leave town for a few days.
I think that is for the best. I
Yep.
can survive out in the wilderness just fine. I hoped trying to redeem myself would fix this, but perhaps you are right.
Yeah.
Well, even if your intentions are entirely good, if the situation continues to escalate, it's certainly not out of the question that Batsulan's followers could be at the torches and pitchforks stage within a few days, and then it won't much matter whether you're guilty or not.
Not to mention, if you aren't present and more of these incidents happen, we can rule you out as a main source. You might be a part of the complications, but you would not be exclusively the problem.
You are all very wise. I will leave town for now until the
Thank you.
situation resolves itself, or you all find me and tell me otherwise.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm really good at tracking shit, so I'm sure I'll find you.
Maybe still.
You could also, he could also tell us where he's going.
I mean, that was my other idea. Is just you could ask him
Yeah.
where he's
Try
going.
Less fun.
Oh, she makes a valid point.
You should try not to. Well, you probably. I mean, you should try not to leave an obvious trail, but at the same time, you should probably tell us where you're going.
He thinks I will camp outside the west gate.
Simple
All
enough.
right, that works.
Thank you.
So
very
for
much.
you all, that's right around kind of out in this
yeah,
area.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We can work with that. All right. Well, thank you.
If you
very
need
much.
food delivery, I'll do it for like a gold.
No,
DoorDash.
We'll do it. We'll do it for. I will cover the. I will pay you, little gremlin.
Come
Yes,
on.
I'll pay you. You're getting money all the same.
Okay.
He's
Don't
already
tip her.
going through enough. We can at least buy him dinner.
Okay.
His stomach growls. I have not eaten a nice meal in quite some time.
All right. Yeah, we gotcha. Don't worry.
Worry
He-
not. Pulls
Okay.
out bread.
The
Oh.
That
nicest
is not
thing
a nice
there is.
meal.
Grishik takes the bread and eats it, and he nods.
It is a wholesome meal that will keep you energized.
It is.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you.
Bread doesn't have enough nutrients to keep you energized by itself. That's not good for
well-
you.
Well, let's be
Carbs.
off then.
Yes.
I owe you all a great deal. If there is anything I can do to assist, I will do my best to help you. Suddenly,
No.
Oh boy.
Suddenly, two large men wielding clubs come from. You guys are in, sort of the sort of alleyway, and they come from two doors on adjacent sides. Grishik, we said we weren't done with you, fool. You're going to come back and work for us, whether you like it or not. Grishik turns to them. Excuse me. If you know what is best for you, you will stay back. Ha! We're not scared of.
Oh,
You recognize this sound as the
Oh,
two
boy.
men collapse into pile. They just melt, and they are reformed. Boom.
my God,
Oh,
it's
boy.
just being within range?
Oh, my God.
No.
No,
Okay.
I'm starting to think it's just being within range of us, or we just have the worst luck.
Yes. Well,
I mean, the moss guys were already turned.
Maybe
well
this was your
before
god
we saw,
punishing
right?
you, Tavin.
no. This is all according to the plan. They are the author of our trials. If not for this, we would have no reason to exist.
They turn into oozes. See, as I told you, everyone I come into contact with becomes this. He points to the jelly, and he pulls out his axe and lets out a war cry. And it's late, so I think we should call it there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Fair enough.
There.
So, next time, oh man, things are just getting more slithery and more oozy. More people turning into oozes. Is it this guy's fault, or is it something else entirely? We'll find out next time. Let's look at some fan art.
Yeah. Let me go find them their Imgur. Ah, courtesy.
Do we
Beat
have
up these
we have
piss
something?
oozes?
Do we have something a little like up tempo and jaunty for fan art?
Yes, I'll just put on the main.
So, courtesy of Lester 2020, we have an Imgur.
Yay!
Thank you.
thanks.
Let's take a peeky.
Thank you.
First up from Transbun.
Trails the forbidden stream.
If this is played at the start of a stream, it is instantly ended and a new stream is made.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Homestyle Trixie. Baba is Aram.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lester 2020. I didn't refresh my browser, but opened 2 tabs with the title changed.
Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Pathfinder.
Trails in the Slithering too. From Transbun. I agreed with Aram. Removing the last names is a good idea, just so it's not like this is Varia, and Varia. It just eats up a lot of the
Pathfinder no
screen.
Kiseki.
Thank you. From Zephyr Zers, cupcakes are sin.
They are.
You just haven't found the right cupcake. That's what it is.
No,
It needs
it's,
to be
it's
one-
the, I don't like icing very much.
It's
They're not very
it's
good.
just bread, but it's cupcake shaped.
I will say that is too much frosting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's shockingly common to see people who are like, all right, here's my cupcake. Here is a thing of frosting on the top that is as tall as the cupcake. I'm
Yeah.
like, how do you expect
Ew.
people to eat this?
Yeah,
That's gross.
No. Ooh, it's a lot. From Homestyle Trixie. Oh man, doing
Oh,
sick
nice.
tricks.
Trophy earned, Albrin of the Year.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And then from Homestyle Trixie, a ninja in the distance.
He's just sitting there, menacingly.
Thank
Yep.
you very much. From Transbun, the cardinal directions are based on their names: Aorth, Clover, Teast, Titi, Tauth, West Town,
West.
and
Wow.
And
Wa.
West.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a nerd tally going on, courtesy of
One.
Zephyr
Oh,
Sirs.
great.
Now you're gonna encourage the twins. Next stream there's gonna be like 30. Like, nerd. Thank you very much. From Lester 2020, Nunchaku.
Oh, I love that.
Honestly, rocking the yellow.
Mhm.
Excellent.
I'm surprised Albrin and Wendica haven't, stolen her glasses or tried to, tabletop her. But then if they did, she would just turn into rocket mode and fly off.
Well, you can't, there's a limit to how far you go when you're bullying your sister. Shoving her over is
Tabletopping? That's totally reasonable.
Taking her glasses is totally within reason.
Oh, that's so mean. From Transbun. Really, really, really Tavin.
You are always within 3 feet of a spider. Factoid is actually just a statistical error. Average person is within 3 feet of 0 spiders on average. Spiders Georg, who lives in a cave with 1 billion spiders, is an outlier and should not have been counted.
Georg?
I think it's supposed to be George.
I always pronounced it as Jorg in my head.
Jorg. From Homestyle Trixie. Yes, be safe when you're visiting Germany?
Yes.
Amsterdam?
Someplace
It's
in
very
Europe.
pretty.
It's very nice.
Yes.
I like
Yeah,
the
it's gotta be
colors.
somewhere in Europe from the narrow, irregular streets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Excellent. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. From Zephyr Zers, she did become a Keyblade wielder temporarily. Excellent. Thank you.
When you walk away.
From Transmog. Oh fuck! This will be terrible for the economy.
Yeah, no, you're right. I guess, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Trixie.
Rocket. The bottom of the dress is just rocket fuel.
I believe that. Thank you very much. From Lester 2020. Don't wake the mold.
The snooze.
The snooze. That's right. That was the pun. The snooze. It's fun.
The snoozering.
Nice. Oh, I like this.
From Homestyle Trixie. Oh, hey, it's Trails.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum.
Nice.
Excellent. Thank you. From Zephyr Zers. Tabitha and the rock-covered moths. 'Cause I can
Oh.
That's a huge fucking spider. Oh my, that's supposed to be an elephant? What is that?
God.
That's a huge
There's
spider.
so many things to unpack. I think that's a hippo.
It might
No,
be.
it's still a big spider.
It's still a big spider, yeah.
The spider's like. Excuse me. From Homestyle Trixie. Pocket rocks. I mean, that's half the reason I chose Elemental Rock. I just thought it was so funny that all my spells are just throwing
Were
rocks
rock-based,
of
yeah.
varying
You got
sizes. It's like, you can
Small
have
rocks, big rocks.
persistent rock damage. Yeah, from Homestyle Trixie, your stream ran into
Here they
an
come.
ooze. Yeah, no, it was weird. It just no reason at all. It was very
It just
upsetting.
happens
Oh,
sometimes.
it happened to me so much on my old laptop. Ah.
From Transpawn point of view, you are Will's computer.
Then why am I looking at a laptop?
I had to get. I was like looking at my laptop, like, is there any way I can get a stream rolling on this? I was like, oh, I don't even have like OBS for my mic. Nah, fuck it.
But if I'm the POV of Will's computer,
Yeah, here come all the Wendicas killing the stream.
Lester 2020.
One punch!
Thank you very
Oh,
much. From
these are
Homestyle
great.
Trixie.
Will's computer, no!
I wish my computer was that nice.
This is a cool one, yeah.
Thank you. And
You
then
can like see the inside. It's all
from
fancy.
Homestyle Trixie, Sneak Peek Slithering Part 3. Thank you very much.
Sorry, Wendica's
Oh
the
my
final boss.
god!
And then from Homestyle
Stop
Trixie.
debate!
Walnuts, pecans. Walnuts is the correct answer, by the way.
I think pecans is better.
I mean, I wouldn't eat
Ew.
either of them by themselves, but I like pecans on cakes and cookies
Hey,
for texture.
And then
let me
Okay.
just reload because I think there's one more
there
after
is
this
one more.
Oh, yeah.
I'll link it here. And
Oh.
this is from Meershroom.
Yay!
Ooh.
Little moss
Fun little moss guys.
creatures.
I
I
like the like
I have to refresh.
basically antlers on the one of the
yeah,
left. They're like,
and then another one
Oh,
like
that's
just being pulled out of the ground, and he's just got that little oh no face.
Oh,
Yeah, this is wonderful. Thank you so much. It's really cute.
Yeah, I really like that. It's very, they're much
So much.
cuter.
Yeah, they're a lot cuter.
I didn't even think about this because, like, Meerschaum likes the fungus. It's half of their name, so of course
Mhm.
she
Oh,
did.
yeah. Good.
Makes sense. I was like, oh yeah,
Good
this is
choice,
something I didn't even
Meerschaum.
consider something
Mushroom.
Meerschaum would like. Thanks, Meerschaum.
Fungus is
Your
fun.
delight as always.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Yeah,
Well,
that's very cute.
I think
You're
that'll
in
wrap
pain.
it up for today. Hey, Kiane, thanks a bunch. I'm having a lot of fun.
You're
Yeah, this
welcome.
game's fun.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm really enjoying it.
That's all I hope for.
Cool.
And thank you
We
for
gotta
all the
plug
players, too.
Patreon and Discord and stuff, don't we?
Yeah.
We do have a Patreon and we do have a Discord.
Yes, yeah.
Anyone
no,
wants
Patreon's
to-
been doing work lately.
It really has been.
Yeah.
Lots of
We
lots of
really
cool
appreciate the money
Coming.
that we've been able to put into new art icons.
Yeah, no, it helps us
Yeah.
get new icons, and also the other thing is that we do podcasts and things on there once a month.
Yeah, we
Where
sure do.
just talking about various things, whether it be about specific games or just general concepts regarding TTRPGs and whatnot, as well as icons and sometimes just sneak previews to things.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth
It is.
taking a gander. If
Oh,
you haven't.
well, Nightbot just linked the Twitch, which they're already at.
Excellent.
And here is the
Thanks.
Patreon and and our Discord.
Fabulous.
One after the other in a single message, which is not what I meant to do, but there you
There
go.
you
That's
go.
okay.
On our
Fine.
Discord, there's a vibrant fan community, channels for talking about each show, general chat about RPGs, lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Consider checking it out.
Yeah.
Cool
Yeah.
beans. Well, thank you all for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye.
chat.
Toodles.